Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Papago Park in Phoenix. Tom Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage in the Southwest Woodbat Classics 2016 Spring Showcase, and we are underway in the championship game in the 13U, 14U division. And it's a rematch of an earlier pool game in the tournament as we are underway. It's the Athletics Orange and Team Dinger that face off in today's championship game. For the Athletics Orange, 3-0 in the tournament after winning a couple of pool games and then a semifinal game earlier today. So they sit at 3-0, but they are the visitors in this championship game. Tyler Davis leads off, and the center fielder has fouled off a couple of two-strike pitches, or a couple of pitches to run the count to 0-2. And now the 0-2. And that's a curveball that's high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Davis leads off and plays center field for the Athletics. Andy Moreno bats second and plays shortstop. Carson Baker, the starting pitcher, hits third. Hitting fourth is the third baseman, Paul Kelly. Eric Barada is in as an extra hitter as that ball is hit down the left field line, but just foul. And so Davis will make his way back to the plate, and we'll get you through the rest of the Athletics order. Hitting sixth and starting in left field is Aaron Lemon. Carter Maddox hits seventh and plays right field. Gavin Beam works behind the plate for the Athletics. He'll bat eighth. Then Max Lyons at second base bats ninth. As the Athletics will hit 11 today. Marshall Cross in as an extra hitter batting 10th. And the first baseman, Jack Talbot, rounds out the order. Now a 1-2 pitch. And a swing. And I guess a foul ball there. Got a piece of it, and that goes off the chest protector of the plate umpire. And we stay 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tyler Davis. Andy Moreno next for the Athletics. And another 1-2 pitch. And that's bounced in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Michael Piazza starts in this championship game for Team Dinger. The 2-2 pitch. And that's a fly ball hit well out to left field and just past the left fielder. That's down and a roll almost to the warning track, as Davis will make his way to second base, and he stands in scoring position to get things started for the Athletics. It was a deep fly ball to left field. Matthew Malloy, the starting left fielder for Team Dinger, went back, and it looked like the ball was going to get over his head. He was able to backpedal some to get to it, but then the ball just gets past him and then rolls, as I said, almost to the warning track. So Davis in at second base for the shortstop, Andy Moreno. And the first pitch over the outside corner for a strike. The defense for Team Dinger, I mentioned Malloy in left field. Cole Garib is in center field. Michael Perez plays right. Then Nick Agaki starts at third base. Aiden Beeman, the shortstop. Evan Kelly at second. Blake Burke at first. And time called. Nick Stredney works behind the plate for Team Dinger as he catches Piazza. And a pop-up first base side in foul territory. That's playable for Burke. And he's got it for the first out. So Moreno fouls out, and it'll bring up Carson Baker. Turn back and a throw to second, but the runner dives back ahead of the throw as Davis is back at second base with 1 out in the top of the first inning. Just getting underway here from Papago Park in Phoenix. Final game in a 2-day tournament put on by Southwest Woodbat Classics. The first one to Baker is low for ball 1. Of course, the first of back-to-back weekends of tournaments for Southwest Woodbat Classics. Back here again in tournament play next week in the Spring Fling, and then toward the end of April, the Spring Championships. And a swing and a miss for Baker, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Scheduled for a 3 o'clock first pitch. Got going just after that, 3:06. First pitch came across in this championship game. Now the 1-1. And that's at the knees, a strike. And the count moves to 1-2. Tyler Davis started it off for the Athletics with a deep fly ball to left field. He stands at second base. Andy Moreno then fouled out to the first baseman, Burke. And that pitch high and nearly goes to the backstop. Stredney has to leap out of the crouch to prevent that one from going all the way back and keep Davis at second base. Now 2-2 the count. And they'll look back to second base, and the 2-2 with a runner going, and the pitch is a strike. It's off the glove of the catcher, so they'll throw down to first base, and that is in time. So give Davis a stolen base as he moves to third, and then Baker out on strikes. The putout, though, goes 2-3 on the scoring play. And now with Davis at third and 2 away, the batter is Paul Kelly. Kelly had a hit from the left side against the right-hander Piazza. And the first one on the way, and a ground ball rolled over to the right side. It's Kelly, the second baseman, on to first to retire Kelly, the hitter. A 4-3 ground out ends the Athletics' first inning of play, and after a half, it's the Athletics nothing and Tim Dinger coming up. And Tim Dinger set to bat at the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Michael Piazza misses outside for ball one. Now the 1-0 pitch, that's over for a strike, and the count 1-1. So Piazza leads off. Blake Burke bats second and plays first base. Nick Stredney works behind the plate and bats third. Cole Yarab in center field hits fourth. The 1-1 offering is high. 2 balls and a strike. Batting fifth for Tim Dinger is the shortstop Aiden Beeman. Michael Perez in right field bats sixth. Matthew Malloy hits seventh. Jack Stecker, an extra hitter, bats eighth. So you got a pop up on the first base side. That's in foul territory. And just out of the reach of the first baseman, Jack Talbot. That'll even the count at 2-2. Tim Dinger bats 10 in the order today. I mentioned Stecker, an extra hitter. Evan Kelly batting ninth, plays second base, and then the third baseman, Nick Agaki, rounds out the order. And the 2-2 pitch. Foul to the backstop, and we'll try it again. 2-2. Carson Baker starts for the Athletics in the championship game. His battery mate Gavin Beam behind the plate. Then Jack Talbot at first, Max Lyons at second. Andy Moreno, the shortstop, Paul Kelly at third. The pitch misses to run the count full. And then the Athletics outfield is Aaron Lemon in left, Tyler Davis in center, Carter Maddox in right. And the 3-2, that's popped up and playable in foul territory for Talbot. And he's there for the catch, and out number one. And that'll bring up Blake Burke. First pitch over, but high to Burke, ball one. And the next pitch high, 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out, bases empty, bottom of the first, no score in today's Spring Showcase Championship game. And the 2-0 pitch. That's high, 3-0. Baker will try to work his way back as he goes into the one, and the left-hander's 3-0 pitch. Not close. That's high and away, and it's ball 4. 4-pitch walk puts Blank aboard at first base with 1 out for Nick Stredney. Athletics got a leadoff hitter aboard in the top of the first inning, got him to third base, but couldn't get him in. First pitch near the outside corner, a strike to Stredney. Now the set check of the runner at first base and the 1-strike pitch. That's over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Fastball misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 on and 1 out, bottom of the first. Now the check over to first base, and the pitch has a breaking ball that's high, and it's 2-2. And the next one on the way, and that's a fastball foul to the backstop. And we stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bright sunny day here in Phoenix. Weather has been nice this weekend. As the runner from first goes, pitches outside, throw down to second, got a chance, and it is in time. A 2-4 caught stealing retires Burke, as that throw from Beam gets there well ahead of the runner. So the base runner erased for Team Dinger. The count full now on Stredney, and he'll have to try to start it on his own with 2 outs. And Baker misses high for ball 4. Now back-to-back walks, but just the 1 runner aboard, and the batter will be Cole Garib. And now we'll get a runner over at first base for the catcher, Stredney. Burke's going to come back out. And again, Team Dinger batting all 10 players they've got, so it goes to the last out. And that pitch off the glove, but Burke does not try to take off. It's ball 1 to Garib. 2 outs and a runner at first base in the bottom of the first, and no score. And a pitch over for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Baker trying to get dialed in here. He's had a 3-ball count on each of the first 3 hitters. There's a swing and a miss, and they count 1-2. Threw 7 pitches to the first hitter, Piazza, before inducing the pop out. A 4-pitch walk to Burke, a 7-pitch walk to Stredney, and now he's 1-2 to Garib. And the pitch way outside, and it's ball 2. And a swing and a miss. Pitch up out of the strike zone, and Garib strikes out. And it ends the Team Dinger first inning. No runs, no hits, couple of walks, a runner erased on a caught stealing, and 1 left on. And after an inning of play, there's no score. Five, 6, and 7 in the order for the Athletics in the top of the second. Eric Barada takes strike 1 from Michael Piazza. The 1-strike pitch. That's high for a ball, and it's 1-1. Aaron Lemon and Carter Maddox follow for the Athletics in the second. And the 1-1 pitch. At the knees, a strike, and it's 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. And waved out and missed. Barada out on strikes. First out of the inning. Second strikeout for Piazza. And the batter is Aaron Lemon. First pitch over for strike one. And the 1-strike pitch. A ground ball over to third and right through the legs of Agaki and into left field. And Lemon aboard at first base in E5. First error of the ball game puts a runner at first with 1 out, and the batter Carter Maddox. Runner goes, the pitch a strike, and the throw late at second base, so Lemon with a steal. Maddox with a chance to bring in the first run of the ball game. The 1 strike over the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Runner takes off. The pitch outside, the throw to third base. Not in time. Back-to-back stolen bases. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes, and playing the top of the second, the Team Dinger squad will bring the infield in. Trying to put a little pressure on the hitter and cut off the run at the plate as the pitch misses outside, and it's 2-2. Next pitch bounced in there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lemon in third with 1 out in the Athletics' second inning. And a 3-2. And that is a called third strike to get Maddox, and that's out number 2. First pitch to Gavin Beam, a strike. Piazza trying to pitch out of trouble in the second. He got a strikeout to start the inning. Next batter reached on an error, stole second, stole third. Another pitch for a strike, and it's 0-2. Ball foul to the backstop. No score, top of the second inning. Athletics with the first run 90 feet away, but batting with 2 outs in the inning. And that one fouled back and over the backstop, out of play. We stay 0-2. Yeah, a swing and a miss. So Piazza able to pitch around the error. 3 strikeouts in the inning. And the Athletics do not score after an inning and a half from Papago Park. There is no score. 5, 6, and 7 in the order in the second inning for Team Dinger as Aiden Beeman takes high for ball 1. Beeman will be followed in the order by Perez and Malloy. Pitch over for a called strike, and the count 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Over again for a strike, and it's 1-2. And a fly ball into shallow center field. And in time to make the catch there is Davis. And to call out the second baseman Lyons at just the last second there, but puts it away for the first down in the bottom of the second. And it brings up Michael Perez. First pitch over the outside corner, strike 1 as Baker jumps in front of Perez. And the next pitch high, and the count 1-1. And there's a pitch over for a strike, maybe on the swing, and the count 1-2. And a big breaking ball, swing and a miss for Perez, and he's the second out in the Team Dinger second inning. Second strikeout recorded by Carson Baker. And he'll go after Matthew Malloy. First one fouled out of play. Two outs, bases empty, bottom of the second inning, no score. The 1 strike pitch. And a ground ball over on the right side. Lyons can't get it, and that'll get into right field. So the first error of the ball game for the Athletics, and E4 extends the inning. And the batter will be Jack Stecker. First one to Stecker over for a strike. The 0-1 pitch, that's high for a ball, and it's 1-1. Runner at first, 2 outs, bottom of the second inning, no score. It's the championship game in the 13U, 14U division of the 2016 Spring Showcase. Step and a throw to first, and the runner back. Ball bunted, but foul. And they count 1-2. . Next pitch off the plate, and they count 2-2. Malloy with the leadoff first base with 2 outs and the pitch. And a fly ball into center field. Davis over just a couple of steps to his right, and he makes the catch. And the inning is over. 4-team dinger in the second. No runs, no hits, an error and 1 left. We've put 2 in the books from Papago Park, and there's no score. Bottom 3 in the order for the Athletics. In the top of the third, Max Lyons takes strike 1. And a fly ball just onto the outfield grass, and back to make the play is the second baseman, Evan Kelly. And so the leadoff man retired in the top of the third inning for the Athletics. It'll bring up Marshall Cross. Swinging a foul tip for a strike for Cross. And another swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Now Piazza with the 0-2 pitch. And a liner past the pitcher and out towards second. Kelly has it. He's got to get rid of it. And it is in time at first base. Burke with a stretch. And Cross retired 4-3. And that is out number 2. That'll bring up Jack Talbot, the Athletics first baseman. First one fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. Two outs, base is empty, top of the third, no score. The 1-strike pitch off the end of the bat, and a soft line drive caught by Kelly, and that will end the inning as Kelly is in on all 3 plays defensively for Tim Dinger. After 2.5 innings, there's still no score. Nine, 10, and 1 in the order for Tim Dinger in the bottom of the third. Evan Kelly takes the first pitch for a ball. Going after the next one, fouls it off first base side, and they count 1-1. Pitch for a strike, and they count 1-2. And now Carson Baker back to it. Off the plate for a ball, 2-2. And now Baker, the left-hander, back to the line. The 2-2 pitch just off the plate, and it's 3-2. The 3-2 pitch popped up on the right side. Lyons, the second baseman, pounds a glove a couple of times, and he's got it for out number 1. And Nick Agaki, the third baseman. Fastball from Baker misses away. Ball 1. Tim Dinger's had some base runners. A 1-out walk in the first. That runner caught stealing. Then another walk with 2 away. That one skips in there, and it's 2-0. They left that runner on base, and they got a two-out base runner after a defensive error in the bottom of the second, and then again left that runner on. Athletics have fared a little bit better. Still no score, though. They've left a runner at third base in each of the first two innings. Then went up and down in order in the top of this third. Swing and a miss on the 2-0 pitch. Moves the count to 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Near the outside corner, a strike, and it's 2-2. And a swing and a foul tip into the glove and a strikeout. So Agaki, the second out of the inning. Third strikeout for Baker. And we go to the top of the order for Michael Piazza. No score, bottom of the third inning, championship game of the 2016 Spring Showcase. First pitch off the plate, ball one. Yeah, swinging a foul ball off the foot of the catcher Beam, so he'll walk around for a moment. And we get back to it. A 1-1 pitch popped up first base side. And contact, and the catch made as Talbot, the first baseman, going back on it. Lyons came over as well. Talbot taller gets to it first and hangs on, and it retires Piazza to end the Team Dinger third inning. After three, still no score. And we motor along to the fourth inning of play. And Tyler Davis leading off for Athletics Orange. Fouls the first one straight back and off the mask of the catcher, Stredney. Top of the order for the Athletics, seeing Team Dinger starter Michael Piazza for the second time. Davis hit that deep fly ball to left field his first time up. That went for a double. They count 1-1 now. Davis, Moreno, and Baker for the Athletics trying to break the tie in the fourth. The 1-1, and that's a swing and a miss, and it's a ball and two strikes. The 1-2, and that's fouled out of play on the right side. We stay at a ball and two strikes to Davis. And a swing and a miss. Piazza throws it past Davis for the strikeout. One away in the top of the fourth. The batter, Andy Moreno. Fifth strikeout for Piazza. Got Moreno on a foul out back in the first. First pitch bounced in, ball one. And pitch over for a strike, and the count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch just off the plate, 2 balls and a strike. Base is empty with 1 out, top of the fourth inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error for the Athletics. No runs, no hits, no errors for Team Dinger. Next one outside, 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch. And that one fouled back out of play. And that'll run the count full on Andy Moreno. Again, it's Carson Baker next for the Athletics. I mentioned the Athletics 3-0 in the tournament. They beat Team Dinger in their first pool game. I said earlier it was a rematch, 2-1 the final in that one. And they beat the Athletics Black team by a score of 9-2 before beating the AZ Halos in the semifinal game as Moreno earns a walk and heads to first base. First walk given up by Piazza. Now we'll go after his pitching counterpart, Carson Baker. Turn in a throw to first with a runner back. Again, they'll try over to first. A little bit wider over there for Moreno. The throw wide of the bag. No tag at all from Burke. 1 on, 1 out, top of the fourth inning. No score in the Spring Showcase Championship game. Again, they'll try it over there, and Burke picks up a short hop throw. Again, a big lead over there at first base. And the runner goes. Ball hit on the ground over to the left side, and that's true and into left field for a hit. Runner's going to try for third base, and the tag not in time. Agaki, the third baseman, came off the bag trying to field the ground ball, and then wasn't able to get back to the bag. So it's a case of hit them where they ain't in that situation, as the infielder started moving when Moreno took off for second and Baker delivered the ball on the left side of the infield. So Moreno to third. Tyler Davis on to run for Baker at first base, and the batter is Paul Kelly. So big chance here for the Athletics. 2 aboard and 1 out. Cleanup hitter at the plate. Piazza with a set, and he'll turn and throw it to first in the runner back. Kelly with a ground ball to end the first inning for the Athletics. Runner from first takes off, pitch a strike, throw to second base is through the shortstop. Second baseman fields and throws to the plate, not in time. And the Athletics push a run across here in the fourth inning. Davis gets the stolen base. Again, Beeman, the shortstop, came in front of the bag to cut it off and keep that runner tied down at third, but he didn't get it clean. It trickled past. Kelly had to get over to back it up. That allows Moreno to score. And then on Kelly's throw to the plate, Davis moves to third. And the squeeze is on, and Kelly gets a piece of it, but can't get it down in fair territory. So the Athletics on the board, leading Team Dinger 1-0 in the top of the fourth. Infield in, and that pitch off the foot of Kelly, and he'll go to first base. Sounded like that one got a lot of bone there, and that hurts. So runners at first and third with 1 out. A run in, though, for the Athletics as they lead 1-0, and the batter is Eric Barada. Runner from first takes off and swinging a foul ball. Vrana got a pretty good pitch to hit. But that's also a situation, I guess it could have been a hit and run, but if it was a steal situation, you got to get that read. If you see that runner at first get such a big jump, swing through the pitch, let him have it, and that'll give you a chance to knock in two. Instead, a foul ball sends him back to first base, and now the toss will go that way, and Kelly dives back. Runners at the corners with one out, a run in for the Athletics. The only run of the ball game to this point, 1-0, our score. Kelly takes off again, and another foul ball. Peralta to strike out his first time up. Down on the count now, 0-2. Check over to third, the 0-2. Runner does not go, and the ball popped up on the left side of the infield. Beeman calls for it, and he has it for out number 2. Now 2 down for Aaron Lamont. And the runner goes, the pitch foul back. Lamont reached on an error his first time up, rolled a ground ball over to third base. That got through the legs of the third baseman. And then they stole a couple of bases. Here's the set from Piazza, the 1-strike pitch, and it's high, 1-1. Piazza with the set. As Kelly goes, the pitch at the knee is a strike. And it's 1-2. Yeah, Kelly got his running in here in this at-bat, or this half inning. 4 trips down to second base. And this time he's in with the steal. So he's in scoring position. It'll take a 2-strike hit from Aaron Lamont. And the 1-2. And a swing and a foul tip into the glove. And that will end the inning, but the Athletics get on the board in the top of the 4th inning. They do it on just 1 base hit. Also a walk and a hit batter, 2 runners left. We're at the midpoint of this Spring Showcase Championship game. It's the Athletics 1 and Tim Dinger 0. 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Tim Dinger. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Blake Burke takes high for a ball. Stredney and Garib to follow. The 1-0 pitch. Over, I guess, but high, and the count 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. That's a strike near the outside corner, 2-1. Baker back to it. The 2-1 comes out early. 3 balls and a strike. Baker out there pitching with the lead for the first time after his team manufactures a run in the top of the 4th inning. That pitch over for a strike to run the count full. Burke walked on 4 straight pitches his first time up, leading it off for Tim Dinger in the home half of the 4th. And the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. Got just a piece of it. Beam couldn't hang on, and the count stays 3-2. And another 3-2 pitch. And that's a tip into the glove, and a strikeout of Burke is the first out of the inning. That's the 4th punch out for Carson Baker. And now we'll face Nick Stredney, who walked in the first. First pitch outside, ball one. And that ball yanked foul down the left field side of the count. Moves to a ball and a strike. One and one on Nick Stredney. One out, bases empty in the bottom of the fourth. Team Dinger trailing the Athletics 1-0. And a big curveball misses high, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. And a shot out to short off the bounce, knocked down, and the throw to first will not be in time. Stredney aboard at first base. He'll come off for a courtesy runner. It's Blake Burke who will run at first base. Second error of the ball game for the Athletics. And Cole Garib, the center fielder, bats. Aggressive on the first pitch, a swing and a miss, strike one. And another swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Check over to first base and a pitch. A breaking ball, that's off the plate, and it's 1-2. Garib struck out swinging to end the first inning, batting with one on and one out in the bottom of the fourth. Team Dinger trailing Athletics Orange 1-0. And a step and a throw to first, and the runner dives back. Final game of the 2016 Spring Showcase two-day tournament held here at Papago Park in Phoenix. Well, that pitch just misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Team Dinger 2-1 in the tournament. They beat Arizona Wildfire 14-1. And then I mentioned the pool loss to the Athletics Orange Club 2-1. The final on that one is that's bounced in and off the glove, and a wild pitch will move the tying run to scoring position. So the count goes to 3-2 on Garib, and Stredney's courtesy runner Burke moves to second. But after the pool loss, then Team Dinger played T-Rex in the semifinals and beat T-Rex to advance to this championship game as Garib is punched out on strikes, takes one under the hands on the inside corner, and that is out number 2. Second strikeout of the inning for Carson Baker, is 5th in the game. He had 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 2 in the fourth. And he'll face Aiden Beeman, the shortstop. And Beeman pops one up on the right side into right field, and there to make the catch. That may have been Marshall Cross in right field this time, and he puts it away to end the Team Dinger 4th inning. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 left. And after 4 complete, Team Dinger trails Athletics Orange by a score of 1-0. Carter Maddox, the leadoff hitter for the Athletics at the top of the 5th. Followed by Gavin Beam, Max Lyons in the 5th inning. Maddox called out on strikes in the second. And now swing and a miss. Piazza ready with the next pitch. And that's over for a strike. And they count 1-2. Athletics with a run in the top of the fourth inning. And they did it really by moving runners around. There's a swing and a miss. Maddox out on strikes. 7th strikeout for Michael Piazza. And now it goes after Gavin Beam. But it was Andy Moreno with a walk with 1 out in the 4th. Went to 3rd on a base hit from Carson Baker, and then the Athletics got the runners going. Baker's courtesy runner Davis stole 2nd. As the throw got to second base, Moreno came home. Pop up in the infield, and Burke, the first baseman, over to make the catch. And that's out number 2. Now Max Lyons, the second baseman. And pitch over for a strike. And another one on the outside corner. It's 0-2. 2 outs, base is empty in the top of the 5th. 1-0 Athletics. And that pitch bounced in, stopped by Stredney, and they count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And Lyons lays off. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Piazza ready with a 2-2 pitch. That was up and in, but Lyons able to turn on it, fouls it wide at third base. We stay 2-2. The 2-2 on the way, and that's off the end of the bat, fouled off first base side. And that's a line drive and past the second baseman Kelly and into center field. Good piece of hitting there for Max Lyons. He fouled off a couple of 2-strike pitches. And on the 7th pitch of the at-bat, a single into center field. And the batter is Marshall Cross. Runner goes, and the pitch outside, and no play at second base. Ball 1 to Cross, who grounded out his first time up. Stolen base for Lyons, puts him into scoring position. Well, Athletics would love to get a little 2-out magic here and extend their 1-0 lead as we play in the 5th. Swing and a miss, evens the count at 1-1. Next pitch inside, 2 balls and a strike. And that pitch over but low, 3-1. If Cross can extend the inning, Jack Talbot will bat for the Athletics in the 5th. They lead Team Dinger 1-0. And a pop-up on the left side in foul territory. Hagaki there to make the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Middle of the 5th from Papago Park. The Athletics lead Team Dinger 1-0. Michael Perez leads off in the bottom of the 5th, and a swing and a miss for a strike. Perez struck out in the 2nd. Matthew Malloy, Jack Stecker follow for Team Dinger. Pitch over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 0-2. That pitch just misses. Beam holds it near the inside corner for a little extra time. And the 1-2 pitch. And that's fouled straight back. And the ball rolled out towards second. Picked up there on a hop and on to first base in time. And Perez is retired. So Lyons with another pickup of a ground ball out at his spot. And now the batter will be Matthew Malloy. Malloy reached on an error his first time up. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. 1 out, and the base is empty in the bottom of the 5th inning. Team Dinger trailing Athletics Orange 1-0. Pitch a strike, and it's 1-1. And that pitch a called strike, and they count 1-2. And the breaking ball inside hits Malloy. And so the tying run aboard for Team Dinger in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jack Stecker steps in for Team Dinger. Hit a fly ball to center his first time up. He takes the first pitch high for a ball. The next one bounced in, stopped there by Beam, and the count goes to 2-0. Baker ready again, and a pitch on the way. And it's a little bit high, 3-0. And Baker with a 3-0. Gets that one over for a strike, 3-1. And that pitch bounced in, ball 4. So Stecker walks and pushes Malloy to second. The batter will be Evan Kelly. And we're going to get a timeout from the Athletics dugout. They've got a right-hander starting to get loose in the bullpen. And we take a break, playing in the bottom of the 5th. Team Dinger still trailing the Athletics 1-0. Evan Kelly in and ready for Team Dinger. And the first pitch hits a fly ball into right field, and it's lost in the sun by Cross. Looked like he had a beat on it, and then he lost it at the last second. Malloy scores. Stecker is held at third base. It's an RBI double for Evan Kelly, and Team Dinger has tied it at 1. Now Nick Agaki, the number 10 hitter in the Team Dinger order, with a chance to give his club the lead with runners at second and third and 1 out. Infield will come in for the Athletics. They do have a right-hander getting loose in the bullpen, and it's Aaron Lamont. And a swing and a miss over the top for Agaki. And Carson Baker looking for a strikeout here. He's going to work out of the windup. Up there and ready, waiting for that sign from Beam. The 1 strike. Another swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Right back to it, the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. 3 straight swinging strikes. And that is out number 2. Now Piazza with a chance to help himself out. Don't see the leadoff hitter play as your starting pitcher very often, but that's the situation for Team Dinger in their lineup. And that ball off the end of the bat, fouled off, strike 1. Piazza's popped down to the first baseman both times up. Lamont is ready as he is out of the bullpen and back into the dugout. The 1 strike pitch. And a fly ball into left field. It's Barada out there, and he's there to make the catch. And the inning is over, so Baker recovers and gets the final couple of outs. But Team Dinger has tied it in the bottom of the 5th. They get a run on 1 hit. They leave 2. And after 5 innings of play, it's Team Dinger 1 and the Athletics 1. Jack Talbot starts it off for the Athletics in the top of the 6th inning. And the first pitch, a strike. He lined out to the second baseman, Kelly, his first time up. Pitch is low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Talbot, Davis, and Moreno for the Athletics in the 6th. The 1-1 up and in for a ball, 2-1. And Piazza with a 2-1. Fouled off at the plate, and that one got the catcher. So we play in the 6th, tied at 1. Yeah, the 2-2 is low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Athletics looking for a base runner to get the go-ahead run aboard. Piazza with a 3-2 pitch. And that's up and in, and that's ball 4. Yeah, nobody arguing. I had a 3-2 count before that pitch. And now Talbot will head to first base. And time called from the Team Dinger dugout. That might be it for Michael Piazza. We play in the top of the 6th, tied at 1. So a bunch shown as we get back to play, and the Team Dinger squad stays with their starter, Michael Piazza. He's been good through 5+ innings of work, just 1 run and 3 hits allowed. Only 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Bunt shown again, and again the throw to first base. Talbot with the lead over at first. He'll take off. The pitch is strike. The throw to second base. And safe. The call at second. So now the go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out. Tyler Davis at the plate. And Davis fouls one out of play. No balls, 2 strikes on Davis. And a ball hit pretty well out to right field, but over there to make the catch, the right fielder for Tim Dinger, and the first out recorded in the 6th. And the batter, Andy Moreno, who walked and scored in the 4th. Turn, throw back to second, but the runner back. And a line drive, but just foul outside of third base. Now to look back to second and the pitch. Popped up, foul territory, third base side. Agaki under it for the catch, and that's out number 2. Now Carson Baker for the Athletics. And a base hit his last time up. And first pitch fouled off the mask of the catcher, Stredney, strike 1. Baker trying to move Talbot around from second base. They'll look back to second, and the 1-strike pitch. Off the plate, and they count 1-1. They'll look back in the 1-1. That was way inside, but a swing and a miss, and they count 1-2. And a ball lifted into right field, and that will end the inning. A couple of fly balls to right, plus a foul out, and that stops the Athletics from scoring after getting a leadoff walk, getting the runner to second base with nobody out, unable to move him around, and after 5.5, we stay tied at 1. Two, 3, and 4 in the order for Team Dinger. And Blake Burke going after the first pitch. Had a pop-up down the first base line in foul territory. And Baker and Talbot each get over to it and then think the other one's going to take it. And the ball drops for strike one. And that one fouled out of play. First base out of the count, 0-2. Burke with a walk in the first and a strikeout in the fourth. The 0-2 off the plate. And it's 1-2. 1-1 our score, bottom of the sixth. Championship game of the 2016 Spring Showcase. Another pop-up first base side. And Talbot called for it early and then couldn't get to it.
Hey, hit out in front of you, kid.
So we stay at a ball and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss, and Burke strikes out. Now next Stredney. A high pop up in the infield. And a good effort there. Beam called for it the whole way and was able to make the play. Typically don't see a catcher make that play that far out in front of the plate. One of the infielders usually calls him off, but did not happen this time, and he was able to make it. Now the first one to Cole Garib. Low and away for ball one. 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the sixth inning. Tied at 1 in the championship game. Here's Baker's 1-0 pitch. That's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Next one outside, 2 balls and a strike. Pitch low, 3-1. Baker's 3-1 pitch. And that'll miss for ball 4. So Garib walks. And they go ahead and run aboard at first base with 2 outs. And the batter is Aiden Beeman. Baker with the first pitch, and that one fouled. Backing out of play off the bat of Beeman, who has hit a fly to center and a fly to right. Now look ahead to the 7th inning. The Athletics will send up 4, 5, and 6 in the order. And a ground ball back up the middle and into center field. A base hit as Garib gets to second base. Beeman aboard at first, and now they go ahead and run in scoring position at second base. It's the second hit of the ball game for Team Dinger. They were hitless through 4 1/3, but then a hit batter and a walk, and then an RBI double from Evan Kelly. Put Team Dinger on the board and tied the game. And the first pitch to Michael Perez inside for ball 1. Perez struck out and grounded out. And a pitch for a strike, and the count 1-1. Now the look at the base runners, and the 1-1 misses high and away. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch and a swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Hey, put in play right here, Michael. Hold the bat.
Baker with the set and a 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. And Tim Dinger is turned away in the bottom of the sixth. No runs, 1 hit plus a walk, 2 left. Tim Dinger's left 7 runners on through 6 innings. And after 6 from Papago Park, we're tied at 1. Paul Kelly leads it off for the Athletics in the top of the 7th and takes ball 1. Kelly, Barada, and Limon for the Athletics Orange in the top of the 7th, trying to break a 1-1 tie. And Kelly lifts a fly ball into shallow right and a diving try, but it's in front of Perez. And there's the leadoff base hit, and it's actually not Perez in right field. It's now Jack Stecker. But a leadoff base hit. Go ahead, run aboard at first with nobody out, and we'll see if the Athletics can manufacture another run. A little conversation with Eric Barada, the next hitter for the Athletics. Second time Kelly has been aboard, by the way. He was hit by a pitch back in the 4th, and now a base hit here in the 7th inning. Kelly takes off, throw to second base, and he slides right into the tag. As that throw was on the money from Stredney, Beeman there to apply the tag. And so a caught stealing erases the go-ahead run. Next pitch to Barada is high for a ball. Athletics with a run in the top of the 4th inning. Team Dinger got their run in the bottom of the 5th, and that's been it. The 2-0 pitch. Over for a strike, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. Misses high, 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 pitch. Over for a strike, it's 3-2. And a 3-2 from Piazza. Misses outside for ball 4. So for the second time in the inning, the Athletics get the go-ahead run aboard. Now runner at first with 1 out for Aaron Lamont. Turn and a throw at first base and the runner back. They pitch high for ball 1. Aaron reached on an error in the 2nd, struck out to end the 4th. Ball foul to the backstop with the count 1-1. Next one lowered away. 2 balls and a strike. Throw goes down to first, but the runner back well ahead of the throw. Throw over to first on the pickoff and the runner back. Team Dinger, as you would expect, worried about that runner over at first base. It's the go-ahead run. Now Piazza with a set. And the ball bunted and bunted foul. It's 2-2. One on, one out, top of the 7th inning. Ball game tied at 1 in the Spring Showcase Championship game. And the 2-2. And that's a swing and a miss. And Amon strikes out. 2 away in the inning. Strikeout number 8 for Michael Piazza. And the batter is Carter Maddox. Maddox called out on strikes in the 2nd and then struck out swinging in the 5th. The 1-0. That's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Go ahead runner at first base. 2 outs in the Athletics' 7th inning. The set from Piazza, the 2-0. Over for a strike, 2-1. And a slow ground ball. Beeman will charge, set his feet, and throw to first base. It's in time, and we will go to the bottom of the 7th with a tie ball game for the Athletics in the 7th. No runs, a hit, a walk, but a caught stealing. 1 runner left, and again, we go to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 1. And we start the bottom of the 7th inning. The first pitch to Matthew Malloy, low for ball 1. We got a right-hander throwing in the bullpen for Team Dinger. It's Nick Agaki getting loose, and so presumably then he would come out to start the 8th inning if, in fact, we go extras. Malloy reached on an error in the 2nd, was hit by a pitch, scored Team Dinger's only run in the 5th. Nearly hit there, and the count goes to 2-0. And pitch a strike, and the count 2-1. And a broken bat. Ball popped just over the pitcher's head. Throw to first base. Picked out at first by Talbot. Baker couldn't get it on the fly. Got it on the bounce and then had enough on the throw. Talbot able to scoop it out at first base. And Malloy is the first out in the bottom of the 7th. Now Jack Stecker will try to get it going for Team Dinger in the bottom of the 7th. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. And a curveball over for a strike 2. Stecker with a fly ball to center in the 2nd and a walk in the 5th. And a swing and a miss, maybe a foul tip, but it's into the glove and it's a strikeout of Stecker, and there's 2 away. That is strikeout number 9 for Carson Baker. And the first one to Evan Kelly is high for ball 1. If we go extra innings, it'll be 8, 9, and 10 in the order for the Athletics. And a pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 bounced in, 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 off the end of the bat, fouled off. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs, base is empty, bottom of the 7th, a 2-2 pitch. Not close, 3-2. And Baker with a 3-2. And a soft line drive, and back is the second baseman there to make the catch. And that will end the bottom of the 7th inning. 3 up, 3 down for Team Dinger, and we'll go extras here in the Spring Showcase Championship game. After 7, we're tied at 1. And we go to the top of the 8th inning as we go extra innings in the Spring Showcase Championship game. And the tournament rules dictate that the bases are loaded with 1 out. So Gavin Beam bats with the bases full and 1 away. A pitching change as Nick Agaki is on to pitch for Athletics Orange, or for Team Dinger against the Athletics. That ball bunted into foul territory, and the count 0-2. So the Athletics put all 3 runners on base. I think they put them on backwards, though. I think the runner at third base should be the first out of the last inning, and they did it the other way around. And there's a ball into right field, and a diving catch in right. The runner from third will tag. The throw comes plateward, and it is not in time, and so the Athletics get a run on a sacrifice fly off the bat of Gavin Beam. That becomes then the second out. And as it turns out, I think they got the order right. When they were talking about it, Coach was hollering at players to go to certain bases, but I think they ended up getting it right. So a run is in the top of the 8th, 2 outs with runners at first and second. And a pitch to Max Lyons over for a strike. So it was Eric Barada that scored. Lamona's at second, Maddox is at first. Runners go, and the ball hit down the right field line. If it's a fair ball, it's trouble, but a foul ball. That would have scored 1 for sure and probably 2. The line for Michael Piazza, then the starter for Team Dinger. He goes 7 innings, allows 4 hits, 1 run that was earned, walked 3 and struck out 8. Great outing for both starters. We'll see if Baker starts the bottom of the 8th inning for the Athletics Orange. As Lyons goes down on strikes, and that ends the Athletics 8th inning. They do get a run to break the tie, and after 7.5, it's 2-1. So we begin the bottom of the 8th inning. Team Dinger down 2-1. Same situation for them as they have the bases loaded. And 1 out. And a swing and a foul ball for Nick Agaki. It's Malloy at third, Stecker at second, and Kelly at first. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Aaron Limon is on to pitch, and that's over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Carson Baker goes 7 innings, allows 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. He hit a batter. And a swing and a miss. Pitch up and out of the zone there, and that is out number 2. Still work to be done, though, for Athletics Orange. Bases loaded now with 2 outs, but it's the top of the order. Michael Piazza at the plate. And first pitch fastball outside corner, strike 1. Limon ready in the 1-strike pitch. That's a little bit low, maybe outside, and it's 1-1. Tying run at second, championship winning run. Make it the tying run at third, the championship winning run at second base. The 1-1 over for a strike, and it's 1-2. Malloy at third, Stecker at second, Kelly at first. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-2. Low and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the tying run 90 feet away for Team Dinger. When we go to extra innings in the championship game here, they load the bases with 1 out. So you figure a team's going to score 1, but not in this situation as Piazza with a swing and a miss. He strikes out, and that is the ball game as Athletics Orange defeat Team Dinger by a score of 2-1. So the Athletics Orange able to get a run on a sacrifice fly from Gavin Beam in the top of the 8th inning. And then Aaron Limon comes on with the bases loaded and 1 out and gets back-to-back strikeouts. Team Dinger as a squad down on strikes 11 times in the ball game. And we are final from Papago Park. The 2016 Spring Showcase champions, the Athletics Orange squad, as they beat Team Dinger by a final score of 2-1. So that will do it from Papago Park in Phoenix. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long. Congratulations again to the 2016 Spring Showcase champions, Athletics Orange. And we hope to be back with you next week for more coverage of Southwest Woodbat Classic tournaments.